Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin String coming at you with my regular Sunday night dinner stream. And this is one of the newer Arctic field rations that Minotaur Trading Company had put out. This is menu 12, beef shepherd's pie. And as you can tell, there is some kind of a background graphic of the Minotaur logo. And they have been putting this info in the bottom. There is Pete in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Sorry I wasn't at the Ration Museum stream earlier today because my sisters and I went over to clean my mom's apartment for her. And we did some of her laundry, washed her bedding. And, just take a load off of her so that it wouldn't wear her out because her building has inspections coming up a week from tomorrow. And we wanted to give her a good start to hopefully have a good pass on the inspection. Plus, it was just a chance to go over there and hang out with her, since she doesn't get out much. And we got an idea of what she needs for supplies, because my sisters do her grocery shopping. I took her over a jug of laundry detergent. And, of course, I did some of my own laundry over there, too. But anyway, we went and did some stuff for my mom. And so I had a late lunch, but anyway, I still want to come back on my normal time and share this box of goodies with you. So let's see what we got in the shepherd's pie. So I'll just put that off to the side here. This is the accessory kit, and I'll open that in a little bit. Cheese spread with jalapenos. Emery Star tortillas. It's a pack of 3 small ones. Oops, sorry about that. So these are all flat. They're not folded like the bigger U.S. Emery tortillas. Two of these peach drink mixes, and apparently, this requires a bigger container because these have enough powder to make a full 500 mils. And this drinking jar is not going to cut it. But I will fix that in a hurry. But I will only be doing one of these, so the other one I'll save for another day. Chocolate covered sunflower seeds. A vanilla pudding mix. Broccoli cheese soup, but I think I have an idea with this. Here is a lemon pepper, the little spice bottles. And here is the beef shepherd's pie itself. I'll get this box out of here. And I have a little something extra that I want to try just for the sheer heck of it. This little goodie came from one of those last set of more packs that I bought from foreignemery.com. I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a little fun with this. Let's see. I see Angry Blacksmith is in the house. There's Chicago. Dub C is in the house. And that is, I think I'm all caught up on the chat. So I have a pot of boiling water on the stove. I'll open the accessory pack. Inside, a spoon that will be way too small, so I won't be using that. Instead, for mixing in the pouch, I just brought one of my long teaspoons from my kitchen, and of course I have my Foreign Emery spork. There's also a Taster Choice coffee, packet of sugar, packet of creamer, and a couple of little candies, pepper and salt, and a wet wipe. Oh, there's one other little thing in here. And 2 water purification tablets. Of course, we won't be needing those tonight. Typical Taster's Choice. Because I just got home not all that long ago, I just had enough time to put away a few things and then get set up for the stream. So I just grabbed stuff to bring out here, and, well, I will change out the drinking jar for my Foreign Emery mug. So that's what I'll be doing with that, but... I see Mike is in the house, and Chris, and Rachel, her sunshine side of life. So welcome to those who have never popped in on any of my streams before. So these pouches have a gusseted bottom. And you definitely want to open it up. So that is what the ingredients look like for the shepherd's pie. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up the broccoli cheese soup, which is also in a gusseted pouch. Sorry, just slapping it against my leg to get it all down. That is in the broccoli cheese soup. Now, can you see where I'm going with this? Oh, there is puppy breath in the house. That's right, I'm going to do it. That's right, you know where I'm going with this. There we go. Now that'll be a shepherd's pie. I'm going to get a couple of things and I'll be right back. I got my Minotaur mug for the drink. And I got this thing to put this in after I pour the water in. And then after I pour the water in, I'll put the cheese in. Unless I should just go ahead and put the cheese in here now. Since I went ahead and put that potato spread stuff in there. I mean, it might make the flavor go all through it if I just go ahead and squeeze the cheese in there before I put the water in. You think I should do that? Might be fun. So if you think I should do that, go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay, here it goes. Mila is sleeping on my bed. I'm putting the jalapeno cheese spread in here before I even put the water in. There it is. Jalapeno cheese spread in the pouch. Sorry, this table wants to rattle. It's already gotten a bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more water in there. Now I put the pouch in here. Got a clip. Now I'm shaking it. I'm going to go ahead and mix the coffee. So there is the coffee. Ooh, I keep bumping this dang thing. So this is the peach drink mix. I'm assuming this is like the other peach that Minotaur has done in the past, just more of it. As last year I did a video comparing the Minotaur peach to the peach that you would get in a Norwegian Arctic field ration. So there's what it looks like. Yeah, I apologize for my lighting. It's kind of weird because I have two different color bulbs above me. I have one cool white and I got two warm whites. So that may be why my coloring is a little off, but they're LEDs and I really don't feel like swapping them out. There is foreignmre.com, Art and possibly Nina both watching. So go check out foreignmre.com to see what is new on the site. And the Foreign Emery channel, where they recently put up a video about the pick room, what all is currently in there. So there's the peach drink in the Minotaur mug. And I still have a little bit of water left in there. This is an insulated, it's a double wall bottle. There's the Carlos Perry in the house. Oh, they have MCWs all right. They got cases. And when they did their first video about the MCWs coming in, they would sell them as a single unit. But now you should be able to buy cases of them. Now this pudding calls for 4 ounces of water. But I'm not going to mix it quite yet. So I will go ahead and open up the tortillas and the chocolate covered sunflower seeds. And speaking of MCWs, the Carlos Perry is the one who sent me that seafood chowder MCW. I'm going to go ahead and put these right here. Actually, I won't open up the tortillas yet. I'm going to drop these in here for a little bit. I'm shaking the bag again. See, I want to warm the tortillas up a little bit. There is Dan in the house. Thanks for dropping in. For those that have just joined in, this is the Norwegian Arctic Field Ration, or not Norwegian, but the Minotaur Arctic Field Ration Menu 12, Beef Shepherd's Pie. And I decided to have a little fun with it. Because why not? There is a pouch of the broccoli cheese soup. I threw that into the bag with the shepherd's pie ingredients. And then I took the potato soup spread packet from Moore, which is a modular operational ration enhancement. And I put that in there. And then I put the packet of the jalapeno cheese spread in there. There is Will. My Nebraska brother who did this little goodie. The ferro rod is mine. I just want to take this off. I need to get a piece of elastic or shock cord so that it can stretch and loop around the ferro rod. But he made this knife sheath. I asked for just a simple belt loop one so that it could hold this knife that I bought through Colorado Bushcraft.com, made by Jerry of Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. These are brass pins, walnut scales with red G10 liners. I put in this piece of leather myself through the lanyard hole, but I've already been kind of messing with it a little bit. But it did not come with a sheath, and I wanted a sheath for it. And I got, I sent the knife to Will, and of course, I paid him for his service. And he made the sheath. So it's just a basic belt loop with the snap and the sleeve for a ferro rod. And now when I go to the Country Pepper Memorial Camp later this month, this knife is going with me, and I'll be able to have it on my belt. Because I want to take this knife there and actually let it meet some wood. But Will does other sheaths. I have a saw holster that he made. I won that, and he put in a pocket for a compass and actually stuck a compass in there. And he stuck one of those UST ferro rods that you pull the two pieces apart, and it exposes the ferro rod and the striker. And then when you're done with it, you just put it back together to cover them up. He put in a pocket for that, and then I just used some Gorilla Tape to add a little pocket for my small Swiss Army knife classic. And I just kind of stuck that on there. But this, it's simple, and that's all I wanted, because it has to be functional more than anything else. And this is going to do the job. I'm sure as time goes on, this will continue to form to my knife. But Will does other holsters. He has videos on his leather work for the different projects that he's made. And it's his side gig to get him a little extra coin so that he can continue to meet his own needs, and plus it gives him something to do. But definitely hit him up if you want some leather work done. Well, right now YouTube is my side hustle, but I have a whole bunch of strings of ranger beads that I've made. I sold some of them last year as a fundraiser for Jeremiah Jewell's family, and I will be taking them to the camp again, so that if anyone buys them, we will again give the money to his widow and his family so that they can continue to support himself. And another one of my Iowa brothers bought all of Jeremiah's Kydex equipment and his Kydex stock. And he is actually practicing to learn how to make the Kydex items. Well, that will depend on the signal because of where we go. It may not be possible to stream there even with my hotspot. If I'm up at the top of the hill, maybe. But if we're down by the pond in the forest, that may be more of a problem. But we'll just have to see what goes on there. But of course, I will be taking my tripod, and I'll be taking my Tac Life power bank. And a solar panel that I have ordered to go with it so that we can do some serious charging. There is JW in the house. Thanks for dropping in. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a bunch of some of these. This is the chocolate-covered sunflower seeds. It's just a kernel. And if you think you like the M&Ms with the nut inside, wait till you try these. You might be able to still buy these as a single item off the Minotaur site. And speaking of that site, what they're doing is getting ready to get an all new inventory. Some new items are supposed to be coming out in the near future. So equipment is being retooled, raw materials are being brought in. I'm just opening this up because I want to see how this is looking. I'm going to give it another mix. I just stuck the tortillas back in there. So this is the other side of the Minotaur mug. It has, I don't want to tip it too far because I don't want to spill it, but that's what's on there. That peach tastes very similar to the peach that you get from the Norwegian Arctic Field Ration. Emberetto and Karen are in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Minotaur Arctic Field Ration Menu 12. And I decided to have a little fun with it. So I have Taster's Choice coffee with a packet of sugar and a packet of creamer in there. Now the accessory kits, they've been putting these little spoons in there. Nope, you can't be sticking this down that bag because you'll be getting your hand messy. Even the Foreign Emery spork is longer. But I save all these. These go into my collection. I save them because there may come a time when I may not be able to just turn on my faucet, run some water to wash my utensils, or drop them in the dishwasher, throw a detergent tab or liquid in there. That you are, Rachel. You are a tough cookie, and when you have faced all the kinds of stuff that you faced, you gotta be. So I'm going to go ahead and now open up the vanilla pudding. See, the powder goes up to about there, and it's a white powder. And I just emptied my bottle into here. I'm using the fork end of the spork to stir this. Prep for it is in the house. There are two prep for it. This one with the fork. She used to have her channel name called Oily something, and people will still call her Oily because she likes to do stuff with essential oils and natural remedies. There is Pat Miller in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Now, this vanilla pudding is quite yellow. You can see how yellow that is in there. It looks kind of like the color of a lemon pudding. But it is a bit lumpy. But it tastes good, though. I'm actually kind of needing the bag. It's also to buy time while I wait for the shepherd's pie to finish doing its thing. Yep. So for those that are come in late, I did not go to the Ration Museum stream, which I hope some of you are able to make it in there. I posted on the discussion tab on the Ration Museum channel page that I wouldn't be going in because I would be with my sisters doing stuff for my mom. So that's what I was doing. And we had a late lunch there. We had corned beef and cabbage with vegetables. So I'm just going to leave that like that. The tortillas. I'm going to go ahead and open them up. Yep, because my mom is in a compromised state of health. Just doing simple stuff tires her out easily. So we went over there. We cleaned her whole apartment because she has an inspection a week from tomorrow. It's a city inspection. And we did some laundry for her. Plus, I did some of my own laundry over there because I still don't have a laundry room over here yet. And she was getting low on laundry soap, so I took a jug over and I left it there. And then the cleaning supplies that we used, we left those for her too. So now my sisters will do a grocery run and they'll stock her up on other stuff. See, I put the tortillas down here. And there's going to be a bit left in there, but I'm not going to be bothered with trying to get that out. I got most of it. So there it is. So there's a shepherd's pie with the extra additions. I put the broccoli cheese soup mix in there. Oh, some of it didn't quite mix up, but I tried to mix the heck out of it. But oh well. I put in the jalapeno cheese spread. Plus I put in that potato soup spread stuff that you would get in a more or modular operational ration enhancement. So I put all that in there. I figure why not? And that tastes pretty darn good that way. Yeah, so I figured since there's supposed to be vegetables in the shepherd's pie, why not put that broccoli soup mix in there? So the peas are in there. There's corn in there. Let's check the chat. Yep. Well, I figured I'd put the jalapeno cheese spread in there. That would give it a bit of a kick. But I'm not really getting much of that jalapeno flavor. Yeah, it probably does. You know, because I put the cheese in there. So that's probably why it might look a little strange. Now the lemon pepper, I would not think of putting lemon pepper in the shepherd's pie, so I'm not going to do that. In fact, since I used up my last little bottle of lemon pepper, I'm actually going to hold on to this. Now, Tabasco would probably kick it up a little bit. There you go. There you go, prep for it. Chilling with those cuties. See, there is a close-up. Get out of the shadow. a close-up one of the beef pieces. There, I licked some of the other stuff off. Well, some people like to have their own dinner when they're watching the Ration stream. In fact, last night I was eating my dinner when Smokey stream was on because I was grocery shopping. And I got home just in time for his stream to come on, or just a little bit before that. But his was pretty interesting last night, to say the least. Yeah, ground turkey might make some good sloppy joes. Yeah, one store that I went shopping in on Friday, I didn't buy any, but they have ground chicken. Well, if you're wondering why that comment disappeared, was Prep for It pulled it back herself. Yeah, no one deleted that. But I decided to do my grocery shopping a little bit different, so that's why I haven't put out a grocery haul yet. But when I do, I think it'll be probably a little bit more of an interesting one. But I will tell you that the stores that I went to are local businesses. They're two of them are like a mom and pop shop. They're not a chain store. The other one, I'm not sure if it's a chain store or not, but it isn't. It's a full-size grocery store, but it's just a different one. And they had some items that I thought were really unique. Of course, I didn't buy all of them because I only buy what I can carry. And because the suitcase that I've been using, the pins that hold up the handle when you pull it up, they popped. You pull that up, the handle just goes right back down. Now, since my cart broke, I've been abusing the heck out of that suitcase to haul laundry and groceries. So before my next trip where I'll be using that suitcase, I will replace it. I will buy another one. Actually, what happened was one of the rivets that holds the handlebar to the frame, that popped. I want to try repairing it myself with a rivet gun and to get some rivets. I have also thought of putting a screw through it and then doing what's called locking nuts, where you put one nut on one way and then you flip the second nut on the other way, and then you try to turn them both toward each other so that they lock in place. And then, of course, using washers on either side of that bar so that it can still open and close. Now, thanks for dropping in, Mike. It was good to have you in. You can come any Sunday you want. Although the Sunday that we will be coming back from the memorial camp on the 28th of this month, I may not do a stream. You know, last year, even though I got back in plenty of time, I just wanted to just relax. I took a shower. You know, I wanted to put stuff away and just kind of chill, because breaking camp is not easy, especially when you're doing stuff that you've never done before. Like last year was the first time I used a hammock. And I will be taking my hammock again. Yeah, I did. The problem was that first day when we got there, the wind was so darn strong, it made it very, very difficult to get the hammock hung and get the tarp put up. In fact, the wind was so strong it was literally pulling the stakes that we were using to keep our tarps down. And you know, I had long ones, but they're just like the little hook stakes. But I had longer ones, but they just were not cutting it. And even the person who actually was my driver, and she'll be my driver again, she hung her hammock next to mine. And she had even longer stakes than I did. And the wind just pulled that tarp right up. Fortunately, it didn't damage our tarps, but it just pulled the stakes out. And it literally pulled two of the tie-outs loops that I have on my Rrview that I took down there. I thought I had it pretty well secured, not only to the ground but to a couple of trees. But that wind was just so dang strong But after that, then it calmed down. But it was still pretty awesome hearing all the wildlife. But we were right down in the trees, down by the pond on the property. I think we're going to be in a different spot this time. And so far, the forecast is looking like it'll be a little bit better than it was last time. Oh, you should, Pete. If you can go out to any place where it's either legal to camp or, you know, like a national forest or a state forest or something like that, where you can camp, you should do it. And I would love to do it more too, but because I don't drive, I have a hard time getting out to go play in the woods. But in June of last year, I camped at a county park here outside of Des Moines with Tack from AOK Foraging and Adventures. And for those that are friends with me on Facebook, it was raining, and so I helped Tack put up her canopy. And it was raining. We were just sitting under there, just talking, and a butterfly came in and landed on my head. And I thought, oh, cool. So I just literally sat there and let that butterfly rest on my head for about an hour. So I took its picture. It was not a monarch. It was a black wing with some little bits of white and maybe yellow. And when I first posted those pictures, one of my relatives or other local friends called and said, I was brave, and I said, I just gave that butterfly a place to dry off from the rain. It was no big deal. I mean, it felt a little weird, but I didn't care. I still thought it was pretty cool. And of course, there were turkeys that are there. There are some huge owls. And in the campsite next to ours, someone had a camper, and there was this one owl that just loved to sit on that camper. I mean, lots of trees around there, but the owl just wanted to sit on the camper. And there was some trails there that Tack and I walked on. We fished for they call little creek chubs. They're probably about, maybe no more than that long. I managed to catch one of those little buggers. But Tack was just pulling in like taking cookies out of a cookie jar. So I gave my fish to her, and she fed those fish to some relatives she had over. So I never got to taste the creek chub. But Saturday night, we're kind of just sitting by the fire, burning up the rest of the firewood that we had. And there's this turkey on the other side of the creek that just kept making noise. We never saw it, but we heard it. So that was pretty cool. So I don't know if I'll be able to do any more camping this summer other than my usual family trip where we go to Lake Icaria outside of the small town of Corning. And we get cabins. For one thing, my oldest sister uses the CPAP, so she needs electricity for that. And some of the cabins that they have down there are ground level where you don't have to walk up steps, so they are designed more for people who are disabled. And so we get one of those, and we get a cabin that is next to it that does have steps. That way we can split our group up, because we usually have about 8 or 9. So we've already got the reservation. In fact, we reserve for the next summer before we even leave. And you have to do that at these places because they are so popular. Just going for more of my peach drink. Well, that Maine was pretty darn good. I'm going to squeeze the pudding. Maybe not. I think I'll just eat it right out of the pouch. Heck with it. I'm just going to eat it right out of the pouch. See, doesn't that look like a lemon pudding instead of a vanilla? And the yellow, I'll just grab one of these. See, I put a yellow one on there. Yep, I'll throw some in there. Oops, that one didn't make it. This is going to color the pudding. You see it's already starting to color it. I guess you could call this confetti pudding now. That's okay, Prep 4. Thanks for dropping in. It was good to have you in my stream. But if you're not familiar with her channel, go check out her channel and see all kinds of stuff that she's got going on. You know, projects that she might be working on. Stuff that she does for prepping. And just whatever else might be going on in her head. So, again, thanks for dropping in. I do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. Except for the 28th, I will not be streaming that day. Because I will be coming home from camp and I don't know what time I will get back here. James Ortiz is finally here. I was not at the Ration Museum stream because I was over at my mom's apartment with my sisters. We are doing a bunch of stuff for her. We cleaned her apartment. We did some laundry. And we found out what she needs as far as groceries and supplies, and all the cleaning supplies that we use, we left with her. I took a jug of laundry soap over because she was low. And I also did some of my own laundry. But I left my laundry soap because I'm well supplied. But I will replace that jug. I have the packs, like the laundry packs, but I don't think you can... it would take too long for those to dissolve if you want to try to use them for hand laundry. So that's why I like to keep the liquid on hand. And because of that, we're able to get my mom supplied because she prefers a liquid. And heck, she's my mom. In fact, another relative took my mom to a place where she needed to go for a poke. And then she was taken again for a second poke. Because my mom does not drive, and she would have to walk up a huge hill just to get off the apartment property in order to go across the street to the grocery store. And because that is very difficult for her. My sisters do her shopping for her. They get a list of what she needs, and they go get it. And bring it back. So we make sure she is well supplied. And I also brought her a pack of sliced ham so she can make sandwiches. Or eat it however she wants. See, her apartment has a washer and dryer already there, and they are very nice. They're very technical, but they're front loaders, which is great for her. Yeah, my mom is very short, so some top loaders would be too tall for her to try to reach in, especially if she's doing socks. In fact, when we first moved her in there, I brought some of my laundry over there. I did a couple loads so she could see how they work. So she got an idea of how to use those machines. I'll tell you, they're a lot better than laundromat washers. Yeah, the place I lived in before I moved here had front loaders, but they're really small. But according to a building rep who was here last week when they were doing the carpet install, we're supposed to get our laundry room back next week or sometime this week, because they've been using that room as a workroom for the renovation. But although this reno has taken over a year, at least they're getting stuff done. And I have potting soil that I've ordered. There is Mike. A couple people had to leave while you were away. And I was just saying, for those that have come in, what I've been doing, why I wasn't in the Ration Museum stream. So hopefully that was a good one. Hopefully Sean got to mess with more object scanning. What the heck? Oh, that comment should not have been removed. Yeah, Pete said that Sean was thanking me for the mount idea for a camera or a phone. Yeah, that one should not have been deleted. That was not an inappropriate comment. See, apparently there's some funky business going on with comments getting deleted, not by the stream host or one of the mods, but by some bots that are lurking. And even mods have been affected with these comment deletions. But I will show you what he's actually referring to. Last Sunday, I told Sean that I have a flexible mount that can clip to a table or a desk. And see, let's see, oh, there we go. See that thing right there, that is part of it. And what I do is I pull this and another piece together to open up the jaws. See, there are the jaws. This is the arm. And this is the clip. And I just put some extra cardboard to give it a little more thickness, because see that is the table, how thin it is. So I put that there to give it a little thickness. And this, see, there is the head. I'll give you a look from this angle. See, there's the, and it's got the cushions here. See, that's how that works. I've actually had this for probably 10 years. And I've used it for video chats. Like, say if I was like on Skype or Viber or WhatsApp, I could just put the phone in here. And if I was using a phone for Zoom, for a Zoom meeting, I could just put that in there. But I did my recent Zoom meeting for the Transit Riders Advisory Committee on my Kindle that one of my sisters gave me in December, because she got an upgraded Kindle and gave me her other one plus her Bluetooth keyboard. So that's what I'm using for my Zoom meetings, plus I watch YouTube on it. It's a bigger screen. Since my computer is still whacked, basically it's just an oversized power bank, because it can turn on, it can charge stuff, but it doesn't boot up. So that's why I have that Kindle. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my my mount, so now you know what Pete was referring to when he said that Sean was thanking me for the mount idea. So maybe he has found one, or he will find one, It may not be like this one. Obviously, since I wasn't there, I don't know what it looks like, but if he found one that will meet his needs, then yeah. Uh-oh, I think he maybe got booted. I bet he got booted. Because all I can do is the hide user, which I did not do, put in timeout, remove, or report, or add mod. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that was just an error, but at least you know what a timeout is like. So, yeah, that one should not have been. You should not have been put in timeout for that, because that was not an inappropriate comment. You were simply passing on something that Sean said, thanking me for the mount idea. So if some bot mistook it for an inappropriate comment, well, that bot is stupid. It needs to learn its technical terms. Right, so the timeout lasts for 300 seconds, which equals to 5 minutes. And I let a person who was just made a mod put me in timeout as a practice, so that this person would know how it works. And so when the timeout ended, I said, I can watch, I can listen, I just couldn't put anything in the chat. So, that one was intentional as a practice. So I would just consider that timeout as a practice. If a mod did it, or if it was an oops. But if it was one of those unknown bots that's lurking around, well, that's on the AI, or not so intelligent. But at least you could still listen. So actually, I think what yeah, see, when I scroll up, it even says that your greeting to James was blocked or deleted. So that was not right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, bugger, I don't know if it can let me do it now. Oh, here we go. Now that should not happen again. In fact, I can pull up. There we go. Yeah, see that should keep you from getting totally innocent comments from getting knocked off. So you have been modified. And in fact, it's probably good to have a pretty good crew of mods, because if some can't make it when a stream is going on, others can take up the slack. So up until I think it was last year, you could not add mods on a mobile device. You had to go into the YouTube studio and do it. But as you can see, I have done a little modification. And I'm about done with my coffee. Yeah, I think if some of the regulars who have come in here are not able to for whatever reason, it happens. Life happens. I will probably modify a few more. Yeah, some people think it's weird when I say that if I'm going to make someone a mod, or someone's going to be made a mod, I say they're going to get modified. But, I'm weird. In fact, even though she's no longer here, I just modified prep for it. I'm going to see how far up I can go. I don't know if I can go all the way up. I'm actually scrolling up to see how far up I can go. I may not be able to go up as high, but oh well. Oh, there we go. Nope. Let's see. Oh well. I can do that another time. Yep. I'm probably going to be knocking out here pretty soon, because I am a little over an hour and a half, and all I have left is my peach drink. So that's it. Well, I have the salt and pepper, which I didn't use, but see, that stuff is salty enough. Plus these little packets, I put in Ziploc bags, and I saved these for, I can either use them for camping, or I have some in my get home bag. I have some in my bug out bag. Plus I just, these can be a barter item in case I have to trade these for something else. So yeah, I hold on to all these little things. And of course, same with the water purification tablet. So I keep getting these rations that have these in them. I'm going to have a good supply of them. So if there comes a time where I have to go down to the river to get water, this is the only way I can deal with it. If I need to ration out my stored water, or I run out of it and I need to go down to the river. Oh, yes, there are still some of the mystery AFRs left on the Minotaur site. So go to MinotaurTradingCompany.com. They made 5,000 of these. So I have that in my box of rations. So that is in the lineup to be reviewed. I will have a couple, about 3 more ahead of it. But I have already opened it up to see if there was a prize envelope in there. Oh, that's good. And I had those 2 halal MREs in the newer packaging that Bob sent me. One is a menu I've had before. So since I've already had that one, I could either just strip it so that I can have it in my box of goodies for when I start doing ration mashups, or I could have something else in mind for that one. So the sag chole, I've had that one. But the lentils and masala, which is a vegetarian one, I have not had that one. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. So I do the rations in the order that I get them, unless for some reason I might bump one ahead, and I've done that a couple of times. But I have a few more that I'm waiting for. They're just going to take longer to get here, and those will get put into the lineup as they come in. And because of where they may be coming from, in order to protect that particular seller, I will not say who sends it, because I don't want to get in hot water with the FDA or customs like some other reviewers have had their rations raided. And for a while, foreign MRE could not even sell any foreign rations unless it was a vegetarian or a fish one. And for a while, not even that. But they got back into selling foreign rations, so they're trying to get a few more of those in. So they have some Norwegian, they got some Da from Chile, they have some Russian, and hopefully they'll be getting in some more in the future. But as far as these really awesome freeze-dried Arctic field rations, there's where you can get those. You can get the mystery one that could have a prize envelope stuck in it. So 1,000 out of those 5,000 have prize envelopes in it. It could range from a free ration to the golden ticket, where you win a huge credit or a gift certificate, and you just use the code to add that discount for your order, and you actually go to Kentucky to the Minotaur headquarters. But a couple of days ago, and I missed it because I didn't find out about it until it was too late, and I actually saw the video yesterday. But the Minotaur site was offering half off for just a couple of days, and the mystery Arctic field rations were maybe like $17 or something like that. But whatever you ordered, you entered that code and you could get it for half price. Yeah, so I missed out on that, but I'm okay with that because I got what I wanted and I got a bonus. With the halal MREs. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, even though I didn't win an extra prize out of that one, I don't care because I think I am going to enjoy that one just like I enjoyed this one. But I think that will be all for tonight. And I want to thank foreignamory.com for dropping that super chat earlier. That's greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps. So I use it to either get stuff that will help me improve my video making or streaming, or I can get a piece of gear to test, which I did this last time. That small power station that I ordered, I showed that in a video. And I'm going to be putting that to the test. I'll probably just like use it for one full charge once and then save it for emergencies. So thanks for watching, and next week will be a vintage MRE, but it's a tan bag one from the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that, which I got from Foreign MRE, but I'll show that next week. I'll put a post up about it too. But anyway, thanks you all for watching, and catch you on the flip side.